Well, hello everybody. This is just stay at home grandma. I'm staying at home. Um, my husband's memorial service went well. He'll still have another military service, but that's going to take some time. But anyway, I'm doing good. Everybody's doing good. Hey, Star Panda, how you doing? What's up? How's Mike? Um, I'm taking it one day at a time. Okay, I am not. I'm not emotional. I've never been really, really emotional, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And like I said, he had been sick for years, and and then it got the last 2 years. It was more me taking care of him and making sure he ate and stuff like that. But I have a review to do. I got okay. No, I really don't. I'm fine. Just taking it one day at a time. Me and my granddaughter. My granddaughter's been staying with us for a while, and before he died, and we're going through his things and stuff like that because my mother kept my father's things when my father died for about 2 years, and finally I was like about 10 years old. I said, we need to go through his things. All that time she was depressed, and then after we started getting rid of things and stuff like that, she said, you did the right thing. She said, because, hey, hello, how are you? Oh, okay. I bring it every day. How you doing? I've been talking to you in a while. As you know, been busy. But she said, I really do feel lighter since we've been going through things. So one of the things that I said to my granddaughter was, well, he had talked to her a couple of weeks before he died, and he said, when I leave, you can have my room upstairs. So thank you. Thank you for checking on me. I'm fine. I'm fine. One day at a time. That's all you can do. Anyway, so she said, okay, because that room upstairs, I had the art room up on the top floor years ago. And then I moved it down to the first floor because coming up and down those stairs on my legs was not good. But anyway, having a review. So I got these, and I'm going to take this out. These are back scrubbers. And what happens is I like it better than I do the back brush because even though you can kind of wash the back brush, this back scrubber goes, and it has strings on it, and it goes over the back like this, and then you scrub. But the thing is, it gets through those cracks and crevices that the back brush doesn't do. And at the end of the week, I wash them all and dry them, and I use them again. So they last for a long time. And I got 4 of these because I'm going to give these to some of my girls. My girls, I fix them a little like Christmas basket. I give them money now, but I also just like little things like lotion and deodorant and all those kinds of things for them. So this is really good. And I'm actually going to start making them because they're really easy to make. So I'll probably start selling them. Hopefully, I'll get my stuff up before the end of this month. And then they stretch so that they go over like this. Let me see if I can do this with my sweater on and stuff like that. And then you get the other end of the string and you wash like this, but it really gets in. It's a little different than the brush. The other thing about the brush is that you can't wash it. I mean, you can wash it, you can scrub it, but I was talking to my doctor and I was asking her about it. And she said, yeah, up under the brush and you can't get to that. So again, you can wash these and put these in the wash machine, put these in the dryer. They're actually good. So this was my Christmas present to me. This was Christmas with Southern Livings, and this is 2022. And I didn't have this one. I had some other Southern Living books. I've got to go out in the back and start bringing my books in. But this has all kinds of interesting, ways to decorate your house. This is the holiday cookbook. So this is the one I think that I might do for Christmas. And it's like a one-pot meal, and you know that my cookbook is a one-pot meal. It's one pot P-O-T, lemon chicken. And there's some other things in here. There's apple, pecan, wild rice dressing, and there's kaleidoscope salad. So that ought to be interesting as well. But there's a lot of things in there. So I got this. I gave myself a Christmas present. These right here, I got these. These are paint. They're apple barrel paint. There's a whole bunch of colors over here. But I thought they sent that to me. And then, this is the legumes, superfoods that should be regulars on your plate. And this I was looking at it, and I do like beans. I really do. Okay. So, I make beans at least 2 or 3 times a month, but they're supposed to be really good for your digestive system. Of course, I'm also eating yogurt, so that's good. I have yogurt every morning. I made some turkey soup that was to die for. Okay, everybody liked it. And the last thing I got was my UV resin. I'm going back to crafting. I mean, I was crafting kind of, but towards the last year, I had to really, watch him and take care of him. He had a little dementia, and then it got really bad the last 2 weeks. And when they took him back to the hospital and stuff like that. So, for instance, he was like talking to his sister that's been dead for years. And he came down and he said to his niece, which was his sister's daughter, I was talking to your mother and stuff like that. And so when he went back upstairs, she asked me, what does it mean when they start talking to dead people? And I said, they're maybe on their way out. But I knew, it was just a matter of time. So I was kind of more prepared for it than other people are, because you saw him shifting from, he was like 160, 65, 70 pounds to 124 pounds and just losing weight. And then he loved to eat and he loved to cook. And I think Thanksgiving was the worst day because we used to cook together. The last 2 years he didn't, but it was the worst day for us. Hey, how are you doing? It was the worst day for us because, he wasn't here. But he's at peace because he was in pain. And he would tell me my back hurts, this hurts and stuff like that. And so, I'm okay with it. But I am going to come back on more now and stuff like that and get back to doing the things that I love. Because life still goes on. But that's pretty much it. This is my UV resin. And I have to have a lead light. And I have a lead light somewhere in there. Yeah, it happens. It does happen. I mean, when they start getting weak like that, you have to just oblige them with doing things and stuff like that because it's scary. Yeah. Well, I expected it. I really expected it. I think he hung on as long as he could, but and when he went down fast. But I know that he hung on as long as he could because he tried to make sure I had was comfortable and I knew where this was and I knew where that was. So you kind of know. But anyway, I got this what the heck? Let me open this up. Oh, okay, I got two of these. This is UV resin, so I'll be making some things. But anyway, I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Yeah, I know. I know it was, Renee. I mean, we use it for making like coasters and things like that for the UV and stuff like that. The UV resin has a light that you shine over it that dries faster than the other resin. But I use both, depending upon what kind of mood I'm in. I'll try it. It's actually fun. But if you get this, you have to have a light. And this is the same light that they use in the nail salon. So, some of you see some women sticking their hands underneath there and stuff. Anyway, I'm going to go because I've got to break up these boxes and stuff, and I have to fix something for dinner for me and my granddaughter. So I love you all. Take care. God bless. Stay safe. Oh, he does? Good. I'll be calling you soon. Bring it because, I just been busy trying to make sure, that I take care of everything. And I will talk to you soon. I love you all. Take care. God bless. Stay safe. And for me, hold your family close. Love you. Bye-bye.